Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
After many
Okay.
fucking technical difficulties, we're here. Because it's fucking Celebration Day. It's Kenobi Eve. We got a lot going on. So, here we are.
Kenobi Eve is one of my favorite holidays.
That's solid. It's finally
Don't forget.
here.
Wait, what?
Say again, Joe? That's just the vibe that I get from old Ben.
Womp rat.
Yeah, womp rat. Blue milk and grilled womp rat.
He eats the fucking gourds.
Well, obviously.
He's there for the gourds.
About just like a cup of sand.
He's like one of
Good
those.
for the digestion.
It's Vader repellent.
Yeah, he knows it'll keep Vader away.
All right. Holy shit. I never thought we would get here, but here we are. This was very stressful. So I think we want to go through the good shit before we go on a fucking Sith rage rampage, because that's what we're all feeling. But well, at least me and Joe are feeling. I don't know.
I've seen none of the trailers. I was at work doing work things today. No idea what all happened. So I'm here to learn. Tell me. You guys get to see my real-time reaction.
Let me give you
Celebration
Okay,
news.
so
Joe will
we'll
give you
just
the
go.
notes. Yeah, let's just...
Okay, I'll go ahead. So, of course, they do a live stream for Star Wars Celebration. They've done it a couple celebrations now. Last celebration, which was Chicago, you guys went, but I was at home, so I watched the live stream. And they live streamed. So today was like the big panel, like the Star Wars showcase panel, what they kicked off the event with, which is supposed to be basically all their show updates, movie updates, trailers, everything, news basically. So last year for Chicago, they streamed the whole panel, but then when they showed certain footages, they would black out the panel.
Yeah.
This time around, they decided they're not even gonna live stream the panels. There was no live stream for the biggest panel of the whole show.
Nope.
So basically, it was like the Star Wars Twitter account was like, "We're gonna live tweet the event," and people were like, "Why don't you just show it to us instead?"
Yeah.
Anyways, so as they went along, they started off, with stuff we know that was coming, and they would live tweet who was on stage, like Kathleen, John, Dave, the cast of Andor, stuff like that. They did drop a new Andor trailer.
And they did
which
put it
looks
online.
good.
Yeah. They
Yep,
did.
it's online. They dropped that one online as soon as they showed the show. That was good, at least. They talked about Ahsoka with John and Dave. Rosario Dawson did an on-screen message from set from when they filmed. And then they went into Mando, and of course they showed a teaser for Mando season 3, and they only showed it at the panel. They did not release it online.
But we
Which
found
is
it.
incredibly infuriating.
We found a bootleg.
Incredibly infuriating. But after about an hour of digging, we finally found somebody who recorded it on their phone,
Badly.
even though it's half the screen, because they're you can tell they're terrified that the ushers are going to find out that they're filming.
Look, I'm not going to do that. So
Yeah.
I guess good for them.
I totally don't blame anybody who didn't try to do that. They tell you not to. You don't want to get kicked out of Celebration. I get it. Luckily,
His team has lawyer ninjas.
So, luckily, some hero did record it so we could see it.
And they're already trying
Vigilante?
Yeah, and they're trying to rip it off the internet as fast as they fucking can, but Joe and I, we downloaded it. So we will have it
So
forever.
did I.
We'll have it forever.
All of a sudden, the video doesn't load.
But basically,
Damn you!
the news roundup is we got an Andor trailer. Andor comes out August 31st this year.
First
two episodes on the premiere date.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 2 episodes on premiere date. Mando season 3 has been pushed to February 2023.
I did see that.
I figured that was going to happen with the delays.
Which sucks.
Okay.
And then they brought on stage, we talked about last week on the pod that in the Vanity Fair issue, they talked about a new show that they were working on with the guy who did Spider-Man. Was it Homecoming?
Yeah, John
John-
Watts.
John Watts.
The working title was
Grammar Rodeo.
yes, Grammar Rodeo. They announced the name of the show and they brought them on stage to briefly talk about plot, and they showed one little like concept art. So the show name is Skeleton Crew,
Yep.
and it's about basically like a friendly group of kids that get lost on some planet or lost in the galaxy somewhere, and it's basically like trying to find their way home. It sounds like we talked about last week, like an 80s Amblin coming of age kids tale type thing, and it's
Yep.
set. So they Jude Law is like the main actor, like revealed is in the show
Yeah.
with the kids. So they didn't reveal the other actors, but they showed a piece of concept art with like some kids outside this big ship, basically.
And that's 2023 also. So we'll get
Yes.
3 Star Wars shows at least in 2023.
And presumably a season of Bad Batch.
Which the Bad Batch panel for Celebration
Yes.
is Sunday, I think.
Yes, they didn't say anything about Bad Batch because they have a panel specifically for that later on.
You know what else they haven't talked about at all? Any of the fucking movies. Silence.
They didn't say. Oh no!
That's-
They also talked about and brought on stage the cast for the new Willow show, and dropped a trailer for that. So apparently, Celebration is just a Lucasfilm event and not just a Star Wars event.
Where else are they gonna put Willow though? Maybe Willow is part of like some like crossover universe.
It takes place on a planet in the Star Wars galaxy.
I mean, it's Warwick Davis, so sort of.
Like,
Uh,
I'm willing to give it to them.
I like
It's fine.
Willow.
I love Willow. It just felt very strangely out of place.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe and I were basically throughout the day, because we were not doing anything important at that point. We're just basically scrolling through Twitter, like while we're just trying to get information what's going on. And at the same time, we're both like, "Wait, Willow? What the fuck? Like what?"
Yeah.
But that's not
What
all.
What is Willow?
and then they brought out John Williams and a live like symphony orchestra to play the new Kenobi theme. And then they played a couple of Star Wars themes. And then he did Indy. He did the theme for Indy. And then Harrison Ford came out on stage. And they showed you like a picture from the new Indiana Jones. And that was it. Then Harrison Ford left.
And they wish John Williams a happy 90th birthday.
Yeah, I mean, John Williams played the Imperial March. And then the panel was over.
Yep.
So
I mean, so like in theory, that was the most panel. But other than the Mando teaser, I don't feel like it really had a lot of information other than dates for things. And the announcement of the Skeleton Crew. I mean, that's new. But
yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't that much. Here, let me get into content. I made a whole new screen for us. Ready? Whoosh! Joe can't see it, but I assure him it's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
We'll show Joe later.
What do we want to talk about first? Let's talk about just Skeleton Crew real fast because we don't have a lot about it. There it is. That's the logo. That's the only person we know who's in it, Jude Law. And that's all we got. That's all we got from that shit. So, okay, that's cool.
Sounds interesting. They did say John and Dave were on stage when they talked about this as well, and they did say that it would tie into parts of Mando.
It is in the same time period, and John and Dave are executive producers on the show.
Yep.
So it's all gonna tie together, perhaps. Maybe.
I would expect just like maybe a cameo or two from some characters, you know, basically. Yeah.
Maybe this is gonna take the place of, Rangers of the New Republic as far as everything goes. So I don't know. I don't know. Joe changed size again. He's gonna have to stay that size. I'm not fucking with it. God damn it.
I didn't do anything.
I know
didn't
you
move.
didn't. I know you didn't. I just this is why it's stressful, people. It's
It's all
stressful.
good.
All right. Next thing I'm gonna pull up here is the comparison shots of Ahsoka. Because
Yes. They have changed her Leku.
her
Oh,
no,
good.
it's Montrals. Leku are
Leku or the bottom
Twi'lek.
part.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Are they the same thing? No.
I
No,
guess
sir.
it's better. I don't know. It's still so stiff. Like, that's my problem, is how stiff it is.
Well, you can't see how stiff it is if it's a still photo.
I
I feel
can sense its texture.
I feel like it looks like Shock T's did. So I mean, what can you do? I mean,
Yeah.
there's only so much you can do with that kind of concept. But it
Yeah.
looks good. I think it looks good. Though, let me tell you something heartbreaking today. Because I've been watching the live stream, which is basically after they put on the official live stream, it's basically just been the main stage and side celebration. They bring on random guests and stuff here and there. Anyway, they had Ashley Eckstein on, and she was like, yeah, I've never met or talked to Rosario Dawson at all.
Oh,
So.
that's sad. They should be friends.
I know. She says she wants to meet her, so maybe that will happen. I don't know. But anyway, so that's a sad piece of news for your heart there. Anyway, but I think she looks good here. I think they made the length look good. So.
Yes. I never had an issue with it really before, but I'm glad that they've improved it.
Yeah.
See, there's always room for improvement, so.
Let's see what we got. Let's do some Andor. What do we want to talk about the Andor trailer first?
Coruscant.
Coruscant. All right.
Oh, is there Coruscant in it?
So here,
Like I said, I haven't
A
seen
lot.
it.
yeah,
Looks
here,
like a lot of Coruscant.
Yes.
here's at
Cool.
least one shot of Coruscant.
Going back to
There's-
Nar Shaddaa. That's what I've wanted. Yes.
So it's,
There's a shot of the
I love-
Imperial.
I have that in here too. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see.
I
There's
love
the
Well,
one up there.
Here's the bad guys, which you can't see from this picture because it's from a distance. But the main Imperial bad guy is Walder Frey. Oh, I can't remember what his real name is. That's who he's gonna be to me forever in his fucking life. But he's a great
Marcus
villain.
Filch.
Yeah, he's also Filch, so he's just a villain actor. He's a perfect Imperial basically. So good on him. And then here is Mon Mothma facing the Imperial Senate.
She looks so good.
She looks great.
Yeah. There's a couple other shots. I don't know what you have up, but there was a couple of really cool shots
The
of her that
ones
they
you
posted.
yeah, I put most of them up. And the other one that I have here from Andor is the shot of the clones here. Which
Those are
Real.
not CGI.
they're real
those are-
clones.
Potentially the first ever practical clones in live action Star Wars.
I had to pause it
So what do you think?
Because
during the trailer.
You think that Andor was from like a separatist planet and like the clones came to his planet when he was a kid? Because that's the vibe I'm getting.
That'd be interesting.
Mhm.
And he kind of sees them like bad guys, right? Maybe? I don't know.
It depends on who the person was in that clip right there. Was that him?
No,
Andor?
no, I don't think that's him. I think that's somebody else. So we'll see. That's coming. It's coming August 31st. So
let's talk about the time period. Cassian. So the first season is 12 episodes, and it takes place 5 years. It takes place in the 5th year before Rogue One happens.
yes.
The first season takes place entirely in that. And they've already confirmed the second season will also be 12 episodes and will cover the remaining 4 years between then and leading up to Rogue One.
And basically it'll end right before
So-
Rogue One.
But my only question was them saying that wasn't. I guess the clones would be in like a flashback when Cassian was younger. 'cause it
That's
wouldn't
what
make
I'm
sense for the
thinking.
clones to do it quite that late. So
That's what I'm thinking. I think that's like something happened when he was young to his planet, and that's why he's kind of real fucking bitter about it, right? Like, so
anything in white armor, yeah.
yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Lots of I mean, the trailer's pretty good. I
There's some
think
very good-looking locations in the trailer. Yeah.
I think we're gonna see some ties to Rebels potentially in this show. So we'll see. All right, what else do I have here for pictures? Let's see. Oh, here's a fun one. It's John and Dave as action figures. I just saved this one because I thought it was funny. So.
Yes.
They're only selling the John one at Celebration, I think, but the Dave one you could buy.
They said that on the stage when John and Dave were up there, Dave said that John bought an entire box of Dave's figure and made Dave sign them all. And John said that it was his insurance policy for later on in life.
I love the dynamic they have. They're fucking funny as shit. So it was
And Dave
good.
said Dave called it a peg warmer.
He did. He did.
That was funny.
All right, I have one more picture here that I have brought up for everybody. So I know Nikki didn't watch it because Nikki doesn't watch trailers. But Greg, did you watch it? The bootleg fucking Mando teaser? Okay, and Steve watched it? All right. There's our fucking queen right there. There she is. There she is. Man. Oh my god. I want to see, like, the not bootleg version of that fucking teaser because there is so much shit in it. Like...
There's a lot of Mandos in it.
There's a lot. And there's at least 2 different groups. Like, one of them was definitely, like, night owls, but the other group, I think, looked different. But you don't, I mean, just from their chest armor, right? You don't see all of them?
A couple of them look like...
Picture still Ahsoka.
Not for me.
Not for you? Huh.
What?
Oh, I'm behind. I got behind on the thing somehow. That makes sense. I blame my dog. I'm like really confused looking at the screen. I'm like, it's not. No. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm caught up.
Covert. It looks like a couple of the covert Mandos too. Like there's that one that's specifically his chest plate looks red and green. Like the one of them looked like that Mando.
I saw the one with the green chest plate and the green and white night owl style helmet too.
Yeah. And I know we're like, what we heard from the armorer seemed like old dialogue, but it wasn't. It was like some of it was the same, but it wasn't all the same. So I think he goes back to her. Do we want to just fucking like rehash what it is? The whole teaser. Okay.
I mean, if you don't want to be spoiled about what's in the new Mando season 3,
put earmuffs on.
Like, you might like stop watching for a bit because we're gonna go through it.
But I think there's a Mandalorian panel on Saturday, and if they know what's fucking good for them and they don't want to ride on their hands, they'll release the fucking trailer to the internet then. But we'll see.
Oh, I bet they will.
Yeah, I bet they'll do it then.
It may not be during Celebration. It might be after.
I think it was just the fact that they wanted to wait for Kenobi to get its shine before maybe they dropped Mando.
Yeah.
Which again, the inability of Lucasfilm to market 2 things at once is so
They should have
stupid.
just waited for their fucking panel then. Like, what the fuck are they doing? They didn't need to fucking do this now, but whatever. Alright, so it starts with Mando talking to the armorer, Din talking to the armorer, about that he needs to go to fucking Mandalore, right? Because she's pissed that he needs to be cleansed or whatever. And then we see this beautiful shot, which is on here on the screen, of Bo sitting on a throne somewhere with her helmet on the side, looking not so happy. Her hair's longer, too. So I think that's kind of just a way to kind of show a little bit of time's passed. It's not, like, super long, but it's noticeably longer to me. And she's all alone here.
I think this is on Crown Nest.
I think so too.
I mean, it's not on Mandalore. I know that.
But I'm looking, and you can kind of see a window behind her, and it almost looks like a green hill. And if it is, would that be Crown Nest? I don't know.
We only saw Crown Nest during the winter. It could not be a snow planet. It could have just been winter.
It's possible. Yeah. It's possible.
More than one season on some planets.
Because I actually think the dialogue where they make it seem like he's saying to the armorer, I have to go to Mandalore. I think he's saying it to Bo.
He's saying it to Bo because he's in this hallway. He's in the fucking hallway. You can see the way it looks. He's talking to her. They kind of frame the teaser to make it look like she's going to be the bad guy, Bo-Katan. Ish.
She might be an antagonist.
I don't think that's the case at all.
I don't think it's going to be the case either.
No. I don't know.
Someone who saw the trailer, like, the first thing they posted was like, "Oh, Bo-Katan is the bad guy this season," and then I saw the trailer and I'm like, "You just no, you don't know this story enough to know what you're talking about."
No, I don't think she's the bad guy, but I think she's definitely like, she's like, well, shit, what do I do now? Like, she had this singular focus of what she needed to fucking do, which was get the Darksaber back, right? And now she can't. So now she's like,
Yeah.
well, what the fuck? Like, what do I do now, right? So he's gonna go to her and be like, I have to go to Mandalore, which is also like, she wanted to get the Darksaber and retake Mandalore. That was like her whole goal, right? So if she can't have the Darksaber, maybe she'll still want to go retake Mandalore with him, right? Like, that's what I'm hoping for. So, yeah. What else?
I don't know. I think there's gonna be conflict between them. Even if she's not the main bad guy of the season, I do think she's going to be an antagonist. If only because Mando, in her eyes, is a cultist. Like,
she does say that. She does bring up this
I don't think
fact.
she's talking.
You don't think she's talking to him? You think she's?
Nope.
Oh, I think she's talking to
Or-
him. She's like, but she. I mean, if he brought the armor with him, I mean, it's
I
possible.
think she's
talking
talking
to Rook.
about. I think she's talking to the armorer.
Rook.
But basically, she says, like, where the fuck was your cult when Mandalore fell? Like, you know, she was basically accusing them of abandoning.
I don't
Why
think she
would
would
you be
say
saying
that
that
to
to
Din.
Din?
He was a kid.
Yeah. He has no fucking clue about that shit. Why would you say that to this thing?
It's possible. It's possible. It's
Anyways.
possible. But how is she gonna put the armorer in his little ass spaceship? There's only room for fucking Grogu in there. So, I don't know. We'll see. Man.
We see a bunch of Fang fighters in some space scenes.
Yeah. Man.
There's a lot of Mandalore in this coming season. That's basically what you need to know.
It is
It
like
looks-
Mandalore. And that's what I want, so I'm good with it.
Someone in the chat named Steven wants to know where's Fen Rao.
He is motherfucking coming. He better
Do you
be
think
coming.
Fen Rao is Mephisto?
No. No.
Mephisto confirmed?
Fen Rao. There's no way he's not going to be on this show at some point. No way. There's no way. They will get him. They will fucking get him. Kevin McKidd is like, I will manifest it into existence, okay? I couldn't do that with Mephisto. It's fine. I will with Fen Rao. I love him.
I've
So-
said this before. If you were to go back to Celebration Anaheim in 2015 and tell me that there was going to be an entire TV show based around Mandalorians, I would punch you in the teeth for lying to me.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought, like, what we got on Clone Wars, that was going to be it, man. And then we got Rebels. And then I was like, oh, man, look at all this fucking Mando shit right here. That's cool.
So, before John Favreau came along and had this idea, Dave was in early production on the animated Mandalorian show.
Is that what Daniel Logan said he was recording stuff for?
It's possible.
Who the fuck? Don't believe anything that interesting.
It's possible, though.
No,
I mean, who fucking
no.
knows?
No, Daniel Logan was recording voice for Lego Star Wars because for some stupid
Lego
reason-
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, this was at Celebration Orlando, I think.
Yeah, Daniel Logan was just full of shit. Anyways. All my homies fucking hate Daniel Logan. Oh. Oh. Yeah. What else, Stacy? What else?
I don't know, man. I don't know. What? Why does it keep doing that? God damn it, Joe. Sorry.
Joe's outside his frame
I
now.
know! I'm trying to fix him! I'm trying to fix him!
Is it like
A
I
frame
move?
cannot contain him.
When I move? Like,
I don't know what's happening. I'm
because
sorry.
it's jump?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I mean, he's very well framed. There you go. We got him.
Nah, mostly. Stay in your fucking frame, Joe.
Yeah,
Stop trying to
Joe.
escape.
Daniel Lane, Joe.
Oh, he left again.
I just want to point out how bad Lucasfilm is at their job. Like, somewhere today, a person that worked for Lucasfilm was sitting in an office while their company's biggest event of the year was going on, and their job was to make sure that fans didn't see the new Star Wars content. And that is the dumbest shit.
That could have been like the most watched fucking bullshit on YouTube like today, right? Like,
So here's a concept. Virtual tickets.
I'd fucking pay it. Shit.
If
No.
you were to sell me a ticket to Celebration for half price, I would buy it.
Don't give
It'd
them
have to be
any
more than half.
If it got
please
me
don't
full access to every panel,
Don't give them this idea, please.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's guaranteed access when they've got the...
yeah, I mean, it would run better than ReadPop runs it right now.
I think it's too easy to screen share.
That's true. I would just
If
have
they
a
do
fucking
that.
party and invite all of you,
Yes.
but whatever.
Yes, watch parties are a thing, that's true.
Who cares though? That means somebody's fucking paying for it. So let them fucking
Let's
do it,
go.
right?
They
No,
make
fuck
more
that.
money than they're making off of us bootlegging it.
Well, I want to see this fucking teaser for real. We got like a half-assed, like half of it was
Yeah.
like buried,
Yeah.
but it looked really good. So maybe on Saturday. As far as panels go, the only two panels that are coming up at Celebration that really interest me are the Mando panel and the Bad Batch Season 2 panel. I think
Oh, there's
that's
another
it.
Mando panel?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah. And
What do they have for video games?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Of course it's nothing.
Like, there's no
Oh,
panels
God.
scheduled. There's no panels at all scheduled for video game.
Like, to me, it's wild that they didn't just have a panel for Andor by itself, or a panel for like the Acolyte, or a panel for like why wouldn't
Well,
they just have...
especially with Andor coming out in just a few months, that you think that would...
Jose
Didn't even
says he
mention-
thinks that next Celebration is going to be written entirely by Disney because this is ReadPop's last year.
Good, because they've sucked every fucking year, and we always say, God damn it, stop running this shit, and they keep doing it anyway. But yeah, we'll see. We'll
They're
see.
terrible.
How does that even? I don't even know how that works.
But
don't
I
know, like-
can't blame ReadPop for the lack of content. That's on Disney. That's on Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all shocked that Lucasfilm doesn't know how to
Oh,
market
they are having a Tales of the Jedi panel, so we are gonna learn more about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that's like an animated anthology series.
That is exactly what it is, as a matter of fact, Steve. That is
Nice.
literally what it is. Let me see what Star Wars Celebration panels.
I
tell
went
you
through
what
them all
it is.
last night. There's nothing. There's
Yeah,
nothing
no.
for video game.
I went through
And the
it
published one-
today.
The publishing one was today too for new books and stuff, and like barely anything came out of that either.
Apparently Phase 2 of the High Republic is a prequel to the current High Republic books.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
So
We're going about 50 to 100 years further back in time.
just give us the Old Republic. Just go back and like,
Oh, but
who
I-
wants this? I deadass had one of my middle school students was reading one of the High Republic novels, and he gets to the end of it. I'm like, oh, so how'd you like it? And he's like, that was kind of anticlimactic. Like, it's just like the ending was super lame. And I'm like, yeah, I am not surprised by that.
And they're not going to be able to know
Like a-
how it goes forward for
And I-
like a next phase because now they're going backwards instead of forwards. So. Oh, they're going to have a 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones panel.
Oh, that'll be fun with Hayden there.
Yeah, and maybe Tem will be on it.
Oh shit, that's 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah. Star Wars tabletop games? What? They're gonna have that? That's funny. I mean, we'll see if they're gonna fucking put a new game out. I'm interested in that.
Or any content for X-Wing, from what I understand.
Let's
They
see.
broke the game, anyways.
They're
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
after the Mandalorian panel, they're having a Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett behind the scenes panel. I'm sorry. They are having one video game panel, and it's to talk about Star Wars Hunters.
That's not what we're
The
talking.
mobile game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have phones, don't you?
I thought it was on Switch.
I mean, you can play it on Switch too, I think.
Switches are mobile.
It's mostly mobile.
There's a panel on the wonderful world of
Game got
Wookiees.
put on the back burner.
Wonderful world of Wookiees here. The creatures of Return of the Jedi. Oh shit. Oh, I forgot to talk about that in the fucking trailer. In the Mando teaser, he goes back to Navarro, okay, to talk to Grief.
gosh.
He goes back to talk to Grief Karga, who, by the way, looks like oh my god,
Regal.
Joe's so small. Okay, he's back. He's looking like this rich mayor or whatever, right? But as he walks by, there's a whole tree just full of monkey lizards, and they're just hanging out in the tree. They're just
Joe's
chilling.
nightmare.
They're just fucking chilling. I was like, when we found the link to the panel or the teaser and I watched it, the first fucking comment I made to our group was monkey lizards. But yeah, yeah. If there is gonna be a Book of Boba season 2, they have not said shit all about it. They also did not mention Lando, so I think that's fucking
That show was
dead.
canceled.
The what?
One can only hope that there will not be a season 2 of Book of Boba.
I mean, it could have been better in season 2, but
There won't be.
more focused, but I don't think there's gonna be. They didn't talk anything about any of the movies that are supposed to come out. And they have no plans to. Like, I don't fucking know what they're gonna be doing for the rest of the celebration other than the Mandalorian panel, which, what are they gonna show there? Do they have more fucking footage? Like, what are they gonna talk about? What are they gonna do? Like they
They're
dropped
going to
their
show
load.
this trailer again,
Yeah.
and then they're going to do interviews with the cast that really don't go anywhere, and maybe show like the first 5 or 10 minutes of an episode.
They say the same thing over and over. This is really going to be great. You're going to
This
love
was an
it.
amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
We're doing things you've never seen before.
Yeah, it's groundbreaking.
The things we can do with the volume are
Well,
you can just start muting your mic when you get up.
Oh,
You didn't.
Everything okay?
I thought this helmet would be big enough to fit over my earphones, but it's not. So I'm just gonna hold it here. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna fucking talk about. I mean, so honestly, like, I was having some FOMO about not being there, but I just don't think I'm gonna miss anything now. So I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else to fucking to worry about.
It
The
doesn't
panel
feel
looks
like I'm
decent.
missing much.
Uh-oh. Senator
Reality-
objects.
Uh-oh.
There's trouble in their household.
In reality, there's no I mean, the panels aren't the reason to go to Celebration anyways. But
No.
seems like they're in a transition phase of trying to figure out what they're doing with movies, and they don't want to announce. Honestly, it feels like it sucks for fans, like, who want to know about stuff, but it seems like maybe they finally learned their lesson on, we're going to stop announcing things that aren't going to end up happening.
I mean,
True enough.
that is a good lesson.
But they also can't just wait until they have, like, a whole fucking thing to fucking show us before they even make a hint that it exists, right? I don't know. There's got to be a happy medium there.
I think-
I really hope Lando wasn't canceled.
Me too. I really wanted that. We didn't even know what it was, though. Like, they did not tell us anything beyond the name.
I mean, yeah, but I built it up in my head already.
I know, but that's if it was Donald Glover, right? Like, that's what you want?
It was going to
Yeah.
be Donald Glover, and every episode was going to start with him writing in his journal.
Yeah, it was going to be episodes of the
I
original.
mean, that's what we wanted. That's never what they confirmed, okay? And it could have just been something completely not that, and we would have been disappointed. So I
Okay,
don't know.
this is Star Wars relevant, I swear. estimated construction for the Bright Line between West Palm Beach and Orlando starts this year, and the stop is at Disney Springs.
Oh, that's dangerous.
That's gonna be lovely.
That's fucking dangerous as fuck.
We're getting drunk on the Bright Line and
then
going
we're
to
gonna
Disney.
You can wake up, catch the first Bright Line out, get drunk on the way there, and walk into Batu.
It doesn't complete construction until when, though? I'll probably not be here anymore. It'll be sad.
If
By
it
the
starts in
time they complete
2022,
it-
probably 2023.
They'll still have park reservations and no annual passes, so it won't matter.
And apparently there's no end in sight for that shit, so whatever.
Apparently, they're also extending it past Orlando to Tampa if you ever want to go to that cesspool of a city.
Yeah, no. Why would you?
What's the point of going there?
But still, if you go there and you don't drive, then like you go to Tampa and then go to St. Pete.
You could go see Larissa. She's cool.
She's not in Tampa anymore.
That's true.
She's in the middle of the state.
Well, guys, Kenobi predictions. Oh, so they get to go see Kenobi in 20 minutes, the first 2 episodes with the cast, if they were in the panel today. So if you don't want to be spoiled, stay off the internet.
Tonight.
Yeah, until you can watch Kenobi tomorrow.
I've got a doctor's appointment in the morning, and then I am coming home, I am sitting down, and I am watching Kenobi.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. All the episodes are gonna be while we're on break. I think no, because we go back a few weeks. Like half the episodes will be while we're on break.
No, Nikki, we're off every Friday.
We're off on Fridays. Haha.
Yay! We'll all be. Is this gonna be? We're all gonna have seen it. Like as soon as I wake up in the morning, I watch them, and I know Joe stays up and watches them. For once, we're all gonna have seen it like at the same time. Basically.
Gonna have to get some cereal so I can just do like the full Friday morning cereal, sit in front of the TV.
You're gonna do the Saturday morning cartoon thing?
That's what this is, grown-up version.
Like that intro to that Midnight song.
Emo sleep, baby.
So yeah, but we're getting the first 2 episodes.
Right.
How long are they?
Who knows?
We don't know.
Don't know.
Less than an
Fucking
hour.
knows. Oh,
I hope not. For 6 episodes.
The answer is less than an hour, Greg. We both know it.
I mean that's still longer than a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are they so afraid of making things an hour?
The number
I don't
60
know.
scares them.
58.
Like, I don't want to bash Andor because I think it's going to be a good show and it looks interesting and whatever. But why is the only show that's getting 12 episodes and multiple seasons like the least one that we asked for?
It's because
Maybe they've got a lot of cool stuff to tell us with it.
It's because
they need to figure out how to characterize him after everything that happened in Rogue One.
It's because it's got completely different showrunners, different studio. It's being done completely fucking different. That's why. It's not being done stateside. It's being done in England. It's the
They didn't use the word.
yeah. It's gonna be the first Star Wars show that isn't attached to the LA studios and stuff. So they might have just had different. They shot it like a movie, basically. I don't think they used the volume at all. Or
They did not.
yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's why they do it that way. I don't fucking know. But I keep hearing all this shit, and it has probably to do with the producers and the director. I mean, these are the people that gave us Chernobyl, the Bourne series, like.
Really?
Yeah, like this is gonna be like an espionage fucking spy thriller shit. Like this is not gonna be.
Chernobyl is so good.
Yeah,
Good.
the
So
executive producer on that is the executive producer on this, and she was on the stream today talking about it.
And
So
extremely upsetting.
yeah, well, that's why I haven't watched it. I'll take your word for it that it's good. Oh, interestingly enough, by the way, quick little side note, Kathy Kennedy was also on the celebration stage for the live stream, and she basically admitted that they are no longer telling stories in Star Wars, like, in a linear fashion, basically, like going from one trilogy to the next. They've basically decided it's okay for us to just fucking tell stories in the universe, kind of like Marvel, basically.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. But this is the first time I've heard her say it out loud, and then as she left, they had her leave to the Imperial March, which was pretty meta. So.
Do you think she decided that, or when they brought Kevin Feige and Feige in, he was like, "Hey guys," and they went, "Oh."
I think they realized, look at the trilogy, and how people talk about that, and how many people like it, and whatever. And then look at like what they're doing with TV, and how well received that is, and they think they fucking realized, okay, we did something wrong. But we're not going to admit we did something
I'm sure
wrong.
they knew that right away.
But we're not going to admit it. We're just going to pretend that it was okay and we're going to move forward. Sort of. But we're not really going to move forward.
He pretty much admitted that they felt like they had fallen short of George's legacy with the sequel trilogy. So.
Well, that makes sense.
But yeah. And I'm like, but they're not really moving forward because they haven't moved forward in the timeline. Not that I'm going to complain. I want to know... I want the Mandalorian story to be complete. I want to know where we fucking stand with Mandalorians before they move forward. But they won't fucking move forward.
I think it's going to be ongoing for a while. Like, I think Mando itself is only getting, like, between 3 and 5 seasons. But I don't think he's going away. I think the show is going to change.
No, it's possible. And you know, we'll have Ahsoka as a show. We'll have this other show all in the same time period. But, like, they gotta move forward. We gotta know what happens after the sequel trilogy. Like, they gotta fucking go forward. Because as much as I love what they're doing right now, we kind of know where it's gonna all end up in the galaxy. With the exception of where the Mandalorians are. Because they were completely left out of the sequel trilogy. So we don't know how that planned out for them. Which is why this works. But if you want to move forward with anything fucking else, we already know how it's gonna fucking end. So you can't keep telling stories in this fucking time period anymore. For that reason.
Or move back. Move back, like, really far.
Further back than Acolyte, though.
Yeah, like, well, Acolyte is
Not that far back.
Not that far back. The High Republic isn't that far back. It's only, what, 200 years, 300 years?
Yeah, and Acolyte's only 100 years before Phantom Menace.
And that's part of the problem. Like, High Republic, for the way... I don't know if you guys have tried to read any of those books.
Sort of.
But they are talking about how no one knows how hyperspace works. And they're just trying to plot out hyperspace lanes still. And if the Republic stood for, what, 25,000 years?
Makes no fucking sense, because...
It makes zero sense.
Yeah. Unless they somehow all forgot everything somewhere down the line, which is possible. I don't know. They won't go back to the old Republic because they don't want to fuck with Revan. They will fuck it up, and we all know it. We've had that conversation.
Yeah.
No, they're going to retcon it. And Acolyte is going to be about Revan as Plagueis' first apprentice.
I would hate
Joe,
that.
are we gonna?
Why would you even put that into the universe?
Greg and Joe are gonna have a slap bite bet. We decided because
You know,
we all think that Plagueis is gonna be involved somehow in the Acolyte, and Joe doesn't. So if Joe's wrong, Greg gets to slap him. Right? That's what we decided.
I did not agree to this at all. Just because you post the word slap fight in the chat doesn't mean I signed up for a slap fight.
Yeah, but look at
Slap
Greg's face.
bet.
He's planning to slap you.
It's a
It
bet.
gives me 3 more months to find out what the Acolyte leaks are before I tell you what's going to be in the show or not.
You gotta quit reading the leaks, Joe.
I'm trying.
Did we have anything else?
I mean, we need to talk about what we think is going to happen in Kenobi a little bit here.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here, do you think you're going to see Vader tomorrow?
Maybe by the
I-
second episode, not the first one.
Like, not it doesn't have to be Vader seeing Kenobi, but do you think you're going to see Vader in the first 2 episodes?
If
I
we
think
do,
we're
it's
gonna-
going to be in a vision.
I think we're gonna see a silhouette, like somebody like over the shoulder, somebody delivering Vader news, and then like a pan out and like a cape or something. Just hear the.
He's got to give the Inquisitor orders. Like, we know that's gonna fucking happen.
I'm saying end of episode 1, we're gonna get some kind of Vader reference, whether it's the breathing or a silhouette or a off-screen yes, Lord Vader.
I say end of episode 1, Obi-Wan is no longer on Tatooine.
Yep. Yep.
I don't agree. I think
It does not return to Tatooine until the beginning of episode 6.
Yeah. Also, he does not know that Vader is Anakin. But we know
he does not.
We know, but he knows it by A New Hope. So he finds out in the course of this show.
He's going to learn from this show.
It makes sense.
Oof.
He walked away thinking Anakin was dead.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And then he's going to realize he went wrong, so wrong.
It's gonna be rough.
He left him for dead on that.
He's gonna get his shit.
Sure.
Obi-Wan's getting fucked up by
You
Vader.
thought the Rebel stuff was bad with Ahsoka and Vader? It's going to be worse.
Did you guys see the episode guide that they released? Like, they released, like, this list of shit you should watch before Kenobi, right? It included, like,
Oh, here we go.
cherry pick.
Tinfoil hats.
Oh, are we doing? Yeah.
Are we doing this?
You got your hat.
They
Your crown.
they cherry picked a bunch of Clone Wars episodes on there, right?
I started watching those.
The Satine arcs is what they fucking cherry picked on there. So
Those
do you think? Well,
those just
first
have
of all,
Obi-Wan's most character development.
yes,
It's a lot. It's a lot of Mando stuff in it. It's his Mandalorian culture. It's like something.
Listen.
You,
It's because his
I'm
child,
with
his
You want me to squash?
his
You want
bastard.
me to squash your Corky?
You cannot.
Bias?
You cannot.
Do you want me to squash it?
How are you gonna squash
That would be
it?
rude,
There's
Jeff.
no proof. There's no proof of anything.
This is the proof. Kathleen Kennedy admitted that they considered making Rey a Kenobi instead of a Palpatine. And she said that the reason they did it because they thought it would tarnish George's legacy of the Star Wars saga by making Obi-Wan have broken the code and having a child.
That's not what she said.
It is what she said.
No.
It's the Vanity Fair article. Yes,
I
it is.
read that article.
Did you read the second one? That was just the Kathleen one?
Mm-hmm.
She did say this. She said that they didn't make Rey Kenobi because they thought they would be walking over George's legacy.
But she didn't say
Basically,
why.
Okay, I'm telling you.
She said,
If they
okay,
wouldn't-
she said that, but she didn't say why.
She said because it would be trampling on George's legacy
She
to
didn't
make
say-
the head broke the code.
No.
So what?
I
But
don't
okay.
remember that
I'll
part.
pull up
I'm
What
all
if
right, well,
he
I will
fathered
check.
a child before taking the Jedi oaths? Maybe that's what happened.
No, he was
He never
already
broke the
he was like either a Padawan or a young knight when he was with Satine.
I wasn't going to do this to you. You told me to do this.
I read that article and I don't remember that, but I will go back and read it again. I remember her talking about she didn't want to use Obi-Wan because of George's legacy, but I don't remember her saying because he wouldn't have broken the code and had a child. I don't remember that specifically on there.
To be fair, Jedi are allowed to fuck.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
You might
just can't have
They just
Maybe-
there can't be strings attached.
Maybe Satine and Obi-Wan were fucking, and then he caught feelings, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta."
They
gotta go.
absolutely were fucking. There's no doubt about it. None.
Look,
Corky
having just
is
watched
his
those
fucking
episodes,
child.
having just watched those episodes, they absolutely had fucked in the past,
100%.
more than once.
100%. How is Corky Satine's
I got her.
nephew? Okay?
I got her.
Her,
now.
her nephew
That would imply that Satine and Bo
had a sibling
have
somewhere,
another sibling.
which has never been mentioned anywhere ever. Nope. That's his bastard son is a Mandalorian. Okay, that's why it's all whatever.
I mean, a
Anyway.
pacifist Mandalorian.
Anyway, well, maybe not so much anymore. He's also probably dead because Bo said she was the last of her line, so he's gone. But do you think we'll
Might
see?
not know though.
You think we'll see Satine in flashbacks though? Like I'm like 100%
That would
sure
be
we'll get
cool.
flashbacks in this show, right? Like that's the thing that we're
We
gonna
have
see,
to.
right? I think so.
I would hope so. Like,
So I hope we get
Do you
that.
think Obi-Wan's gonna smoke some space lizard?
Oh yeah.
Just pop one of those gourds and just like right up the nose.
So anyway,
that
yeah.
happened.
Let's go at it. It's about
I
this
watched a
and try to
lizard.
find yourself.
That was one of the best parts of that show.
It was.
That fucking episode was my favorite episode. So, but I'm very sad about it still. Anyway, yeah. All right, so
We see Maul. And
No.
no, I don't think they're gonna touch
Yeah.
on that.
That's right.
No.
It was between Vader or Maul, and they chose Vader.
I like,
They already used Maul in Rebels, so they blew their
and like
load.
that scene was so great, but I bet if you had told everyone, hey, just wait 4 years.
They were not planning Kenobi at the time. They couldn't have been.
Yeah, like that scene in live action would have been so amazing.
They weren't planning
They should
any
just
of
film
this
it in
shit
live
then.
action.
This
They
one?
weren't planning none of this. Nobody knew this was
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Like seriously, they just like just go back, take that scene, and just film it in live action, just cause.
Yeah,
Just
I
cut.
want to do that. That's what I want. I know, like, it's already done, so just do it again in live action.
Just
the exact-
recreate.
Like,
Just
they already did
recreate
it
it.
perfect.
Ewan will do it.
Like it's already
But if
perfect.
it's
It's fine.
like-
You don't have to change anything.
He said
But
he
if
would do
it's
another
like the-
season.
Season
Yeah, Ewan's
finale
already.
end credit scene. And we
Ewan is already like, let's do season 2.
Ewan absolutely would just put on the costume for the sake of filming that if they asked him.
I still
They
want to
could
know
make
the
a
story
movie out
of,
of that.
of Maul,
They could
though.
make a movie.
So we need to get there,
I-
too.
Really, really want Solo 2.
Make Solo
They
2
could've-
happen. Why couldn't they
But
have
it's
done
okay.
that?
Right there.
It's okay, guys. They learned their lesson from Solo.
You could have like the rivaling storyline with Maul in that movie, and then it leads them to the end of the movie that they just filmed that scene again.
Yeah. Come on.
You lost Lando because Kathleen Kennedy thinks that young Han sucks.
He was good.
He was.
It
I mean,
was
he
good.
was as good as
I
he can
actually
be.
do think he's the weakest actor in that movie, but
Sure.
he wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad. I mean, and it's hard to be like the best actor in that movie when you're next to fucking Donald Glover playing Lando. Like, that dude just.
And
is
Woody
gonna-
Harrelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Emilia Clarke was great as her fucking character too. Like, I want to see more of Kira. Like, let's make it fucking happen.
Guys,
Paul Bettany was cool.
let's
Oh.
take a bet right now. Is Hondo Onaka the person that gets Obi-Wan off Tatooine?
Oh,
I
I
desperately
Oh.
want the only cool Weequay to show
I
up.
want it so bad.
I want Obi-Wan to just be looking around, going, "Shit, I need a ship," and like he's in deep disguise and just over his shoulder, he just hears Kenobi. Like
This plane flies down, and I Need a Hero is playing, and then
Listen. We know Hondo will be in live action. 100%.
Eventually.
It's gonna happen.
That's fucking weird.
like especially the amount that they put him in the parks, they're got to be
Yeah.
planning on bringing
Yeah.
him back in some like maybe he'll be in actually Skeleton Crew would be a good place for him. Sounds
I
like.
will literally scream out loud.
Skeleton
Sorry.
Crew would be really good for him too, but he could be in literally all of these shows. He could
I mean,
be
yeah.
in
Yep,
everything.
Hondo's gonna show up and traffic those children. You're right.
I was gonna say, why
He could show up in Ahsoka. Like, he could just show up everywhere. Like, he's Mephisto in Star Wars, but he actually shows up. Like, that is
What
It's
do you
fucking
Hondo.
great. I love
Like,
Hondo.
you can just
Like
honest
scum that Rava was talking about. Oh,
What?
no. What if Honda was part of the low life scum that Rava was
He's
talking
just
about?
There's a
off-screen in that
lot.
shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bounty hunters supposedly coming into the show. Except the droid that looks like Forlom is not Forlom.
It's not for them.
We gonna see Boba?
No.
Nah, I
Ain't
don't
nobody
think
cares.
so.
Ain't nobody cares about that dude.
We're gonna see
he
Din.
had his chance.
What,
Din's-
Steve?
Since a child, right?
No.
Isn't he?
No. Because he was, like, starting to be a teenager
No.
towards the end of...
Boba.
What about, Cad Bane? Uh-oh.
It would be cool to see Cad Bane.
Black Chrysanthemum.
You guys are just messing with Nikki at this point. Like,
Like-
why would Cad Bane be in this show?
Because he's good at hunting Jedi.
I don't like.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't want to go backwards with Cad. Like we already seen where Cad Bane went. I don't need to go backwards. I just need to see how he's not dead now. That's
Well,
Oh, he ain't dead.
He's definitely
not
not
dead.
dead. He's not dead.
yeah. I just need to see it.
Yeah.
Well,
I need proof
All right.
of life.
so he's gonna leave Tatooine for sure. We'll get flashbacks for sure. We'll see Vader most likely somewhere in the first couple episodes. Also, I feel like the Grand Inquisitor's eyes are purposely fucking not yellow in the trailer. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be really fucking mad at them later. But I have
Maybe
a feeling
he's gonna like do something really
Yeah,
bad.
maybe
and
he's not
fall to
that
the dark
corrupt yet.
side. Yeah. I to me, it's insane to think that they had an oversight on that level.
He hasn't killed enough younglings yet to have the yellow eyes.
So I feel like they couldn't have fucked that up, like by fucking it up that bad. Like somebody would have told them, "Hey, this guy has yellow fucking eyes," right? Like somewhere down the line. There must be a
You would
reason.
hope.
There must be a reason. I hope. Oh shit, my
I think
M
this
fell
is the
down.
reason. Is because it gets us all riled up.
And pissed
It does
off.
give you-
Yeah.
People talking about it.
But they fixed
know it,
Ahsoka's Montrals, so why
And that's
wouldn't
they,
they fix
that's
him?
why they keep
What
stuff
do
hush
what do
hush.
all Star Wars fans like to do more than anything else?
Yell.
Be upset about Star Wars.
and make podcasts to talk about it. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys on the other fucking side of Kenobi. And if anything
Hold on.
else, oh, you got some more. You got.
Hold on.
Joe's got the parting shot, I think.
Oh, all right.
He and I were
I
on the
would
same
like-
same wavelength the other day.
I would like to announce the return of people who are telling on themselves.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I had this planned already, and Steve, in the middle of the week this week, messaged me and said, "Bro, I've got they're telling on themselves," and then said the exact one that I already had planned because we saw the same thing on the internet. So, for you people who are watching that are not from Florida, last weekend was MegaCon, and one of the guests at MegaCon was Gina Carano, and there's a whole lot of pictures on my timeline of people that went and got pictures with Gina Carano. And I'm just going to say, you're telling on yourself.
Bro, we did not have this conversation, but I had that same fucking thought. I even turned and I looked at my husband because I visibly went ugh when I saw it on my timeline, and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "It's Gina Carano." Ugh.
I saw it 3 or 4 times on my timeline. And I was like, I didn't do as good a job as I thought I did.
She's still in Mando. Some people still are gonna.
There's
like,
a couple of people who are just collecting signatures, but there's a few who, yeah.
I melted.
Anyways.
I melted her fucking pop figure down.
Did you?
I set that bitch on
Just
fire.
soak that shit in acetone.
I
Okay.
did. No, she
Burned her in
sucks.
effigy.
She
was
sucks.
burning Gina Carano. Stacey was burning Cara Dune sage, hoping that would bring in a recast.
That's what I want. Listen. I'm not saying that I'm a really good witch, but I did manifest a fucking family of owls into my yard. There's a chance that I might be able to do something. I don't know, though. I don't know if burning a fucking Cara Dune pop would really do the trick for that manifestation. But you never know. However, I'm always going to watch the show and appreciate the show, right? I'm not going to boycott the show because she's in it. But do I want to give her money at a fucking autograph table ever? No. Do I want my picture next to her?
Oh, she's not coming back.
No. So, there's a line. There's a line there.
Man, just be fast.
So,
But not
Just
someone
recast it.
younger.
Recast.
They don't do that anymore.
The fucking chick who played Bobby Draper in The Expanse would be wonderful. And she's so fucking, like she looks like she will break people in half, like, all the time. So, she's a Martian Marine. She's, like, fucking hardcore as fuck. She should do it. And I think she's a New Zealander to boot, so, you know, just throw her in there. It'd be great. Anyway, alright. So,
All right.
we'll be back next week with the celebration wrap up and the Kenobi first impressions, and I think that's it, right? That's all we got coming on for the next week. So that's it, I guess.
Hopefully, it's good enough that I want second and third impressions.
I'm gonna have to watch it twice
We
because
will.
I'm watching it.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm watching it without my husband because he has to go to work. And then I'm going to watch it when he comes home. Because there's no way that I could stay off the internet the whole fucking day. It's just not happening. It's not.
We're going straight home from, like, when I leave the doctor. I'm coming straight home, and we are watching Kenobi immediately.
I mean,
Don't let the sour taste from Boba Fett, like, deter you. This show is going to be...
Hopefully,
It's completely different.
Yeah, it's going to be...
I also will, because of Boba Fett, probably am never going to be Team No Sleep again.
Ruined Team No Sleep for Nikki.
I was just tired.
I know. It was very hard.
I know. I'm tired now. It's my bedtime.
Well.
All right.
All right, that's
With
it,
that,
y'all.
then.
Yeah.
Good night. Merry
Bye.
Kenobi
Bye.
Eve.
Bye.